So if you wanted to take one at Tri-C, you definitely can. You follow these steps. Taking classes here, if you're just planning on taking your classes here, say you want to do the algebra and you want to do the biology and maybe the theater, all you have to do is test into those. It's 1530 math score and then a 3.0 GPA for English. Makes you eligible for the classes here. If you're taking classes at Tri-C, this is how it's a little bit different. There's a form that I have to fill out that we do online. It's called this authorization to attend form. So you would have to contact me and say, I'm interested in taking a class over the summer. We would have to meet. I would have to fill out the form and submit it. And then you would make an appointment with Tri-C's counselor to schedule your classes. I don't schedule the classes at Tri-C. I just kind of like organize the classes that we offer here. And it's confusing. I know it's confusing. The students who have already been through the process can attest to that, but what we get through. There is a certain way that you get your books through Tri-C, and there's all, and so just make sure you follow that. We do have some of them here, but there is a book policy as far as how you get your books at Tri-C. You're supposed to come here to look for them first if you're taking classes there. If we don't have them, then you order them online through CCP and they send you all that information. And then this other part is just about testing. So I'm going to send this to you guys, all of you guys. So you're going to get that. Do we have any questions before I show you how to apply?
Yes, Ms. Marksberry.
Yeah.
So if I want to just do the math classes, I have to take the placement online, or do I take it with you?
You have to take the placement test online. In the past, we were able to give the AccuPlacer here, but because of COVID, they're not doing any kind of testing on their campus or on our campus. So okay. You'll have to, I'll show you how to do that, Alex, or how to get into that Alex placement. But you will have to take the Alex placement online. You do have to test into 1530 for our classes. So okay. For our math class, not necessarily our biology class, but for the math class. I know some students a lot of times get 1240. 1240 is a contemporary math. It doesn't qualify you for our class here, but you could take that class at Tri-C if you wanted that one.
What about the, you know how I took it last year?
Mm-hmm. Is this Aaliyah talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaliyah. Yeah, I would take it again. You don't have to do the English because you know, I don't want to say anything personal, but yeah, you're allowed to take it again if you did not get that 1530.
Okay. So
okay.
Do I have to, you know how Tri-C has that website you have to log in to take your test?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to log into that?
Yes. Well, it will be through your My Tri-C space that you'll take that placement test.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll send you the packet as well too, Aaliyah, but in the packet it says how to log into your My Tri-C space. And if you go to their website, and I'm going to show you their website, it'll tell you how to do it. Okay, but I'll show you all that.
Okay.
All right, so for the rest of you, you're going to want to apply, and you want to apply early. And the way that you do that, you go to this, I'm at this tri-c.edu, and this is in your instructions. You're going to go to just getting started. And you're going to see under this getting started, you're going to see, you know, all these youngsters who are applying. You are a high school student who is doing College Credit Plus. So you would just need to click that link and it'll take you to this College Credit Plus page. And it tells you the steps and it tells you about the placement testing. But what you want to basically do is you want to start the process by applying to Tri-C. It'll take you to this website. You want to create an account. After you create an account, and this is the important part because students often think after they do this, they're done. You're not done. You create the account and then you're going to log back in and start a new application. And I wasn't going to, Ms. Swope, I wasn't going to have them do it now.
Okay.
Were they planning on doing it now?
I can build some time to have them do this. So.
I mean, if you want me to, they can do it now. What do you guys feel? Do you want to do it now so you can ask me questions as we're going along?
That's only for the people that
People who have not applied.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to do this, Aaliyah, since you already have a Tri-C account.
Yeah. So anybody who has not applied. So what do you guys feel? I can walk you through it. That way I'm here for questions if you guys start applying. It's not a long application, or you could start it and finish it later.
Just let us know in the chat or feel free to speak up. If not, I mean, I can build in a day and I can try and help you guys sign up.
Yeah, because the only place I can go to is I can go to this create an account, but I wouldn't be able to see anything beyond this on there unless they shared their screen.
Yeah, I can see Bulgarian. We can just build in a day. Okay. It's so far, at least like I've only had 2 people respond. They said they'd rather do it later because some people, I guess, they're not at home,
Okay.
and they're not really at a place
to do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do then, you guys, I'm going to in that email that I send you, I'm going to send you this link where it says where it has you apply. Just make sure when you hit apply, you are going to need your social security number. I always get a lot of questions about, it asks you, you know, when you want to start. Well, when you want to start is up to you. I mean, if you're thinking about taking summer classes, pick summer of 2021. If you don't want to take summer classes, you pick fall of 2021. It does ask you about your intended major. If you don't know, that's okay. This is, you know, they know you're high school students, so just put what it would be at this point, you know, what you're thinking about. And also, I will say there's a place in there where you have to put your home school. If you just put in the word when you're searching it, just Garfield, it's better than just putting in Garfield Heights because sometimes it has a hard time finding it. So just put Garfield and then it's going to pull up all the Garfield schools. You don't, of course, want to pick the middle school or Trinity. You're going to pick the high school. That's where usually kids get caught up as. And remember, you're doing it as a CCP student. But, you know, you can always ask me too. You know, if you want to make it a Zoom appointment with me, I can also like walk you through the application. But you do want to, like I said, create an account, a username and password that you're going to remember, and then you're going to start a new application as a College Credit Plus student. And like I said, the sooner that you do that, the better. And the reason why is because right now they're using your GPA and they're letting you do this remotely. We don't know if in 2 weeks of now, they're going to let you do the same thing. So it'd be easier for you to kind of like do this on your own time. Okay, then after you apply, if you have a 3.0 or above, you do not have to take the English placement test. So you don't have to worry about this one because it says students in grades 10 through 12 with a 3.0 GPA do not need to take the English placement test. But you do need to take the math placement test, and their placement test is this ALEX score. You have to have applied before you take the ALEX test, and you have to have this Tri-C S number. They call it the S number because it just starts with an S and it's like the six-digit number. I would suggest you go on this website, look at this testing. There is an initial assessment that you have to take, and it basically tells you how to do it. You have to log into your My Tri-C space. So that's after you get your S number, and it'll walk you through it. There's a tutorial. And you have to go through this before you have access to that ALEKS placement test. And there's a little video to watch. If you've already taken it and you want to improve your placement, you know, you can definitely look at this other stuff as well. And really, that's probably all, you know, I don't think I would use ALEKS on my phone. I would do that, you know, make sure you have a good location. I don't believe you're allowed to use a calculator on it, but definitely look through there. I think there's a calculator built in for the portions that don't have a calculator. So do you guys have any questions? Is there anything you guys, is there anything that I did not go over that is confusing?
Ms. Marksberry,
Uh-huh.
can you mail me the first sheet?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Aaliyah again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the link to apply. Like I said, apply soon. And then I'm going to send you, email you the entire packet. How many of you guys, and you can put it in your chat if you want to, how many of you guys are interested in possibly taking something on campus or over the summer? Because most of our students do a combination of both. Is there anybody here who wants to take something over the summer?
Can I like do an ASL for Tri-C over the summer so I don't have to do ASL 3?
Yeah, you can if you wanted to.
Okay. Can I?
As long as you have the 3.0 or above, you can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask my mom.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Actually, never mind. I'm gonna just do it over the school year because my mom, she want me to do prom.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm gonna just do it over the school year with Miss Norris. Cause that's my only class for next year.
Mhm. All right, any other questions? Now's the time, guys. It gets confusing once you, why, I didn't hear from anybody who wants to take a class over the summer. Ooh. Oh,
Yeah, so please, if you do have questions, make sure you ask while she's here too, because I mean, I probably can answer a lot of your questions, but
Brooklyn, no, you do not have to take it again. Brooklyn, you're all set. So you don't have to fill out the paperwork. Yeah, Brianna.
The packet in the beginning, you said we had to fill it out on paper.
See, I don't know what you guys have access to. I'm gonna email it to you. And if, I think the one that I'm sending will allow you to type into it, I'm hoping. But if it doesn't and you prefer me to, so see if you can type in it. If you can't type in it, shoot me an email. I'll definitely mail it home for you. You know, because I know, you know, for you to print all of that, that would be a lot of printing. I mean, that's 5 pages and, you know, I know I run low on ink all the time, but we do need a hard copy, or I've had students scan it back to me too. Like they have printed it at home, or I've mailed something home and they just kind of like wrote on it and then sent me pictures back. We could do that too. The teacher who teaches 1530 is Mrs. Kajowski. She does 1530 and 1540. Oh, Camry, if you already took the ACT, I believe they needed 22. So if you have a 22, you do not have to take the ALEKS placement test. So look at your score. It's
yes,
a 22
it sounds like she's got a good enough score, so she would have to take that then. Like,
yeah,
it's no different between like the levels. Like if they're 21 or higher, they can take
no.
the day.
22 is 1530. So she's
Oh, okay,
she would be
perfect.
good for 1530 if she's got a 22 or a 22 or above. I'm trying to think. All right. All right, any other questions too? Definitely you guys I still never heard anybody over the summer, because that gets confusing. If you're planning on doing over the summer, and I will mention this too, if you're planning on doing classes on Tri-Cities campus, there is an orientation that you have to do that's mandatory. For the students who are taking it with us, you don't necessarily need to do an orientation, but you do have to do an orientation if you're taking any classes there. I think they're doing that online right now.
What if you do the classes online?
Go ahead, say it.
What if you do the classes online?
The orientation classes?
No, the like regular
Oh,
class.
yeah. Well, especially now, I mean, they're all online right now. I don't know if there's, I mean, there is some kids who are going hybrid through Tri-C right now, but most of them are online right now because of COVID.
I just started my classes like last week. Do we still have to, is there an orientation that I didn't know about?
Did you have an orientation at Tri-C? You probably didn't, Aaliyah, because you're taking classes with us, because you started with us with your biology class. So you might not have had to do the orientation. Students who are just in our classes don't necessarily have to do the orientation. It's just if you're taking classes there. And Michaela, yes, I mean, you can apply on your own and you take your test on your own. You just, like I said, you don't need the English placement test, just the math one. But you have to apply and get your Tri-CS number before you're allowed to take your ALEKS placement test at Tri-C. And if for some reason any of you guys want me to help you with the application, I can Zoom me at any time. You'll have my email address once I send this packet out.
I had another question, Miss.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did I say? Dang, hold on, I forgot it.
Okay, I'm gonna answer Brooklyn's question. Brooklyn, you said you need a score for chemistry. For chemistry, for our biology that Mrs. Mazzolini teaches, you don't. You just need that English, the 3.0 or above. For chemistry, I'm assuming you're going to need a math score of, I'm going to assume 1530 for chemistry, but if you go to Tri-C's website, and I'm going to show you guys this right now so that you can see it, because I do get a lot of these questions. If you're planning on taking a class on their campus, you can go to, all I did was, I'm at Tri-C's website. I go to this classes, programs, and certificates, search for available courses. You can look at the terms, so summer. She was asking about chemistry. I can search for chemistry. I'm just going to search for general chemistry. Okay, so here's everyday chemistry. And if you're wondering about the prerequisite, I'm not going to look at the introduction to inorganic. I'm going to look at the general chemistry. Okay, then I can click on that. And under here, it's going to talk about the prerequisites for that class. That means, what do you need in order to take that class? So I'm looking at it. Okay, so you need a placement of 1240, which is contemporary math. So if you place in 1240 math, which is contemporary math, it's actually lower than I thought. I thought it would be 1530, which is the next level, but it's 1240. Then you're allowed to take that class. So Brooklyn, you're good if you want to take that class.
Ms. Marksberry?
Yes.
And you said I only needed a science and a math class for next year?
Oh, I'd have to talk to you privately about that, Aaliyah.
Okay.
We can Zoom if you want to. Okay, I don't want to give out your information to everybody else.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's just biology. It's called biology, ecology, and evolution. And that one, doesn't need a math score. It actually needs an English placement. So if you have a 3.0 or above, you guys are automatically eligible for that class without taking the English placement.
Yeah, and Aaliyah's actually in it.
Yeah. So, all right, good questions. So, all right. Well, I mean, you know, sure you guys don't have any other questions. Does anybody, I don't want you guys leaving here confused. I will say there is going to be a parent night too, and I'm going to include that in the email to you. It's going to be February 25th at 6 o'clock. Because CCP is not just for Tri-C. So, I mean, if you wanted to do CCP through Cleveland State or Kent State or any other university, you're allowed to do that too. Michaela, that's a good question. So, it depends on so she asked if we take the CCP math, we don't have to take math class in college. It depends on your major that you go to in college. So, you know, some majors might require 1530. Some majors might require, oh God, what my daughter had to take some analytic geometry with calculus or something for her major. So if she would have taken a 1530 CCP, it wouldn't have necessarily helped her because she needed a course above that for her major, but it helped her because of the skills that she learned. She was supposed to take a trigonometry too, and she actually tested out of that into the next level. So the trig course would have helped her. So it kind of depends on your major. Whether or not 1530 helps you, but it does give you the skills. Most students it does though.
Yeah,
But it does give you, go ahead, Mr.
If you're like planning on being like an English major, for sure it would count. But
Yes.
if you're going into something more like science-based or like that, you probably will have to take some more classes for sure. Like, but
yeah, like intro to education, if you were an education major, 1240 will be good enough and 1530. But if you're going into like some high, you know, pre-med, then they're going to probably need something beyond 1530 as well.
Ms. Marksberry?
Yes.
So if I were going into like social work, what classes would be good for that?
Oh, social work. Well, social work, you know, 1530 would definitely be good for that. So, you know, you want to go to a psychology and a sociology, you want to take courses like that.
I'm in psychology right now.
Yeah. Sociology is also a very good one. I mean, I would definitely, you can actually, and I always tell students this too, you can get, if you're interested in a college already, you can go to their website and you can see the roadmaps for the degree that you want and what classes you need to take for that degree already. And, you know, all of them are going to need college comp 1 and 2. But you can literally look at a college, you can look at their requirements. Actually, let me show you one more thing. Let me see if I can have it on my desktop. I try to keep it up. I like to show this. I'm gonna, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna share my screen again because I think this is really important for you guys to see. This is just Kent State's core university requirements. So they want college composition, they want 6 credit hours. So if you take college comp 1 and college comp 2, you know, as through college credit plus, you're getting that 6 core out of the way. For math and critical reasoning, they want 3 credit hours. That doesn't necessarily mean that's all you would need because some degrees are going to require more. But, you know, the college algebra is, you know, definitely will meet that requirement. And then here's your humanities and fine arts, your basic sciences, what they will want as their, you know, their core. So a lot of students can get these core classes out of the way before going into their first year of college. But you can, like I said, you can go to any college and you can look at the type of degree that you're planning on getting and see what their roadmap is and see, okay, what can I get out of the way right now?
So, you know how like if you do like CCP for 2 years, you get your associate's degree?
Say it again.
You know how you do CCP for 2 years and you get your associate's degree?
Uh-huh.
Do
It
you get
depends on, well, getting associate degrees through CCP depends on which program you're in. So it's not necessarily, you know, just taking classes get you associate's degree. You have to look at their specific requirements for each associate's degree. You know, if you're getting into arts or if you're getting into sciences, they have their roadmaps too. Roadmaps are kind of like plans that you follow per year.
Okay.
Of the courses, you kind of have to look at the roadmaps.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, you know, I'm going to send you the email. You can certainly ask me questions through email. If you want to meet with me and for me to help you with the application, I can definitely do that. I'm going to say one more time, apply as soon as you can.